Good morning. Welcome to the 20th Ward. Good morning. So I'm Alderwoman Taylor, and I have the pleasure. Did it go off? So y'all gonna make me use my teacher voice? Oh, there you go. Did we pay our bills? So. Good morning. I'm Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor, and I actually represent Diet. Diet is a special place to me. There's some folks in the community that helped to fight for y'all to sit in these seats. And myself is one of those persons. So I'm one of the folks who went on a 34-day hunger strike to make sure that you all could have this space to be in. And so I get a little choked up every time that I'm in the space. But also what you all maybe didn't know was that the mayor was actually on that hunger strike as well. And so I wasn't in this alone. And so when you have those type of folks who are willing to starve their bodies to make sure you have it, you want them to be in a space where they can create more change in our community. And so today we're here because of One Summer Chicago. How many folks have worked for One Summer Chicago? Raise your hand. It's a bunch of young people. So let me tell you what it was for me and my family. One Summer Chicago was an opportunity for my kids to work during the summer so they could buy them expensive gym shoes and t-shirts and pants and stuff that y'all like to buy. Oh, it's just me. It's all right, and I'm okay if it's just me. But I love the opportunity because it was also an opportunity for my kids to learn new skills. So I got a young person, she's 21 years old, she got her own t-shirt business. She DJs, and she learned all that in her One Summer Chicago program, and so I'm appreciative, and that's why I'm here today. And so I have the pleasure introducing somebody I've known for about 15, almost 20 years. And the gentleman that you see today is not the gentleman I knew. The gentleman I knew, he wore a hoodie, he had on gym shoes, he was comfortable, he was making sure we ate. Now they got cupcakes and water. So I'm a little concerned. I ain't looking after our nutritional needs, but I want to say thank you to this brother, and I want to introduce you all to Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Good morning, y'all. Give it one more time for Alderman Jeanette Taylor, my dear sister and friend. Good morning, everyone. I am truly honored to be with you all. Thank you, Alderwoman Taylor, for that introduction. And like yourself, every time I come into the building, I am deeply humbled and grateful that we did not give up on our community, and we fought hard to make sure that this community had a valuable asset, a public institution. And you know, I was sharing with the student ambassadors that I met on my way in. I'll be brief, I promise you, but I really think it's important that I say this. And to see these young, black, brilliant minds in the hallway where you had 2 administrations ago wanted to take that away. And when Alderwoman Taylor was a part of that hunger strike, and I saw her and she was just wrestling through it, I knew I had to step in because it's getting harder than it should have been. And I was grateful to just be a part of the effort to support our sister along the way to make this a reality for the people of Chicago. And so that's why it is truly my pleasure to also be joined by some amazing leaders here today, but especially our young people, because this is the hallmark of my administration. There are those who wish to mock me or misrepresent my love for young people. I know it's hard for sometimes mainstream media in particular to adjust to a black man exhibiting love, particularly to black and brown children, but it is something, Alderwoman Taylor, they're just gonna have to get used to. I said it's something that people are gonna have to get used to, seeing black people, brown people love on one another. Now I'm gonna get back to my talking points in my speech. So our young people, Alder Jesse Fuentes is here. Thank you, Alder Fuentes. Our commissioner for DFSS, Brandy Kanazi, is here. You'll hear from her shortly. Our CEO, Pedro Martinez, thank you for being here. Of course, Principal Butler, thank you for your leadership, Principal Butler. And of course, the founder, CEO of the Clio Community Family Life Center, Tori Barrett, and the entire Clio team. Thank you, Mr. Barrett. So today is an exciting day. Our city's young people will have another opportunity to apply for our One Summer Chicago program. And thereby, this is an opportunity to open up pathways to paid opportunities that will enable young people to explore their passions, learn new skills, and prepare for their bright futures. Increasing youth employment is a hallmark of my administration. I firmly believe that providing paid opportunities for young people is essential to building a better, stronger, safer Chicago. Who in here believes that we can have a better, stronger, safer Chicago? Who believes that? Who believes that by hiring young people helps us develop a better, stronger, safer Chicago? Thank you, because I strongly believe that as the mayor, I know it's an ambitious goal, but I've made a commitment to doubling the amount of employment opportunities for the children in the city of Chicago. And One Summer Chicago is crucial. It's a very crucial program in helping us secure a pathway to reach that goal. So One Summer Chicago, just bear with me. This is the teacher side of me. I want to explain it, okay? You all do know that Jen Johnson, who was our Deputy Mayor of Education, as well as Youth and Human Family Services, something like that, she's here as well. Can you all give her a round of applause, Deputy Mayor? She's also a social studies teacher. So it's a 6-week summer program, employment program for young people, ages 14 to 24. The program will begin on Monday, June 24th, and it will conclude August 2nd. Youth employed through One Summer Chicago will work a minimum of 20 hours per week, spending 5 hours weekly completing financial literacy and career readiness training. Participants will receive an hourly wage of the current City of Chicago minimum wage or a stipend of around $75 a week. Experiences can range from leadership development, civic engagement, to project-based learning and job placement experiences. Whether you work with Chicago Youth Services Corps, Chicago Ability, or the Summer Youth Employment Program, you will come away with within 6 weeks, you'll come away with new life skills, job skills, and most of all, better connections. So you need to do something for me this summer. I want every single young person, every adult, if you know a young person, I want you to go to onesummerchicago.org. I want you to apply today. Every single young person, I want you to apply today between the ages of 14 to 24. Again, that's onesummerchicago.org. There'll be plenty of opportunities available for you and accessible for you there. But I'm really proud to say that One Summer Chicago program, it is the second largest city-managed youth employment program in the entire country. It's only going to grow under my administration, and I give you my word on that. Prior to taking office, the city was on track to hire 20,000 young people for the summer of 2023. In the first month when I took office, we were able to increase youth employment by 20%. We are continuing to make significant increases to this year's program with a projected 4,000 more positions or additional jobs that will be offered. That is a 17% increase. This increase would not be possible quickly without all of us working together, and that's our business community, our community-based organizations, city departments, our older people who are here today, our cities, sister agencies. So thank you to everyone who have helped make this crucial investment for our young people. So let's keep this momentum. Let's continue working towards empowering our young people, creating the pathways to get them ready for jobs, to have the experiences that they need to grow. Giving young people hope for the future is the best act of love that we can ever demonstrate. And so to everyone who applies for and participates in One Summer Chicago, I want to thank you all for investing in yourselves. I hope that this summer starts you off onto a path of an incredible future. And now with that, our Commissioner, Brandy Kanazi.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Johnson, for bringing us together this morning. Alderwoman Taylor and Alderwoman Fuentes, thank you for your support and your always endeavors to making sure young people have the supports they need. My name is Brandy Kanazi, and it is my honor to lead the Chicago Department of Family and Support Services. I'm delighted to be here today to talk about the launch of the 2024 One Summer Chicago application and the opportunity that it affords thousands of young people across our city. Investing in our young people is a long-term investment in the future of Chicago. As we open up thousands of opportunities provided by One Summer Chicago, We believe these are connections that support our youth as they find inspiration that can change their lives forever. These are momentous moments for our young people, and we have to make sure that they have opportunities to see things and be things that they've never seen before. One Summer Chicago is a citywide collaborative effort that allows young people to explore in a safe space with adults who are caring for them. We get to participate with city departments, aldermanic offices, and our city agencies like the Chicago Park District, the Chicago Public Schools, CTA, CHA, and even Lincoln Park Zoo. One Summer Chicago is open to all youth across the city, but we especially encourage young people to apply if they fall into one of the following categories: those living with a disability, English language learners, homeless or housing insecure youth, those living in foster care, or currently or previously involved in the justice system, as well as young people who are disconnected from school or work. The collaboration with our private, our public, and our nonprofit partners allows us to endeavor to support over 28,000 youth this year with summer jobs that are paid. Even for our 14 and 15-year-olds, or 14 to 24-year-olds, this $54.5 million investment would not be possible without the mayor. So I really just want to thank him for allowing us to do this work and be bold and brave as we do it. Through the Summer Youth Employment Program, it's designed for young people 16 to 24 years old. They'll work 20 hours a week, earning $15.80 an hour, and have a chance to learn the ins and outs of business and the career paths of technology, healthcare, media, and more. The goal is not just to provide young people with a job, but a pathway for long-term employment. For those young people who see a future in public service and social justice, we have something for you as well. Through our Chicago Youth Service Corps program, that's our year-long program that we offer, including in the summer, that allows young people to think about specific challenges and initiatives that they want to solve in their own community. Last year, our young people were able to leverage their talents to address systematic racism in their community, food insecurity, housing initiatives, as well as other social innovations. But most importantly, our young people talked to us about their mental health and what they needed from us in order to succeed in their own career and their own endeavors. Over 80% of our Youth Service Corps members felt that they had made a real impact in our city. And that's really important because I look at you, I see myself, and when I sat in your seat a long time ago, I'm not gonna say when, but it just lets you know that I grew up about 3 blocks around the corner, and I never thought that I would be standing here today with the mayor. And so I just encourage you to dream and be bold. And that's what this does. These programs allow us to see things and be things that people don't think coming from this community that we can be. For our tweens who are 14 and 15 years old, we have something for you as well. While you're not actually able to work, we do have a learning pathway for you. We're offering our Chicago Ability Career Exploration Program. Over the 6-week course, you'll be able to go on field trips, meet employers, have conversations, and ask people how they got to where they are. You'll be able to train and learn and have project-based learning skills. The program will also provide, over the course of 6 weeks, a total stipend of $450. One Summer Chicago begins June 24th and will conclude Friday, August 2nd. It's going to be a great summer here in Chicago, summertime shy. The application is available at onesummerchicago.org, and the deadline to apply is May 3rd. Young people, I strongly encourage you all not to wait. Apply early because the sooner you apply, the sooner that we can offer you these job opportunities. The application will take less than 20 minutes to apply, and they'll need some basic information in order to complete it. You'll first need to provide your contact information, including your emergency contact for your family, your educational status, as well as tell us what you want to do, what interests you. And I really just want to say, for those of you in the room, check everything that you think that you may even be interested in. Don't be shy and don't be afraid, because you never know until you try it. So think outside of your comfort zone. Here's a quick tutorial on how to apply. So first, again, we have it on the screen. Go to onesummerchicago.org. I want you to register. I want you to create your profile and the application. Once you have completed your profile, you'll be able to apply for various job opportunities throughout the city and our sister agencies. So shoot your shot and make sure that you have everything in there, and don't be afraid to, again, anything that interests you from tech to healthcare, administration, just really be open for what you can do. Our application has a few new features this year, and we will be able to send applicants bi-weekly updates. So I want to say, if you haven't completed your account and your application, we're going to follow up with you, so check your email. Second thing is, our employment partners are going to call you. So I know people don't answer the phone, but young people, please check your phone, check your emails regularly, because that may be your job offer. So make sure when the phone rings, you can receive that offer. The best part of the application is that once you complete the profile this year, we're going to allow you to save time next year, and you won't have to complete that basic profile information next year when you apply. Last but not least, if anyone has questions about One Summer Chicago, you can always reach out to us by email at the Department of Family and Support Services at onesummerchicago@cityofchicago.org. Again, that's onesummerchicago@cityofchicago.org, and you can call us 312-743-0208. That's 312-743-0208. Through the amazing work of our staff and partners, our youth programming continues to maximize access to life-changing opportunities in the city. The workforce for our future is right in front of us, and I'm so excited to say that through our young people, the future of Chicago is amazingly bright. So excited to be a part of this initiative. Again, we want to thank Mayor Johnson and all of our partners for making this really come true. This is a collaborative effort that brings forth the full force of government. So now I want to call up our youth participants to join the mayor in a panel discussion. Thank you.
Wow, let's see if this seat works for me here. Hold on. As I get myself adjusted, I do want to give a special shout out to the recording secretary of the Chicago Teachers Union, my dear friend and sister, Crystal Williams Hayes is here. Can you all clap for her? Thank you. All right, so for those of you who were raised in the 90s, Tori, you'll appreciate this. You all are going to allow for a dream to come true for the mayor. I've always wanted to say this since I was a kid. Hello, boys and girls. I'm so sorry. Let me get back to script. My communications director is losing it right now. You all have to just Google that. Okay. I'm a very mature mayor. I just want you all to know that. You all look so wonderful. So how about we do this? Let's start from my far left. How about you just introduce yourself? Just tell us your name, your age, community, and where you worked.
My name is Jakayla. I live in Inglewood. I'm 16, and I work at the Clio Center.
My name Demarius. I'm 18. You said community?
Yeah, what neighborhood?
Washington Park neighborhood.
Okay.
And I worked at the Clio Center.
Also at the Clio Center. Okay, very good.
My name is Amir. I'm 18. I work in the Bronzeville community, and the name of the business I work for was Ocean City.
All right, thank you.
My name is Kayla Reese. The area I worked in.
How
was
old are you,
Bronzeville.
Caitlin?
I'm 18.
18, okay.
The area that I worked in was Bronzeville, and I worked here at Diet.
Okay, right here at Diet High School. Okay, cool. Let's give it up for all of our panelists. So, I mean, the obvious question is, and any one of you can jump in at any point, so I won't necessarily go in order. But so One Summer Chicago, what motivated you all to apply for One Summer Chicago?
I don't like being in the house bored. I like to do something, so that's why I applied.
Really the same thing, just not being in the house, laying around, not doing nothing. I'm a person that wants to go out and go explore and want to go do more things, and it really made me build accountability and want to stand up for myself and get more stuff done by myself.
Yeah, I like to learn new stuff too.
Me personally, it was my our director of student life, Mr. Color. He pushed me to really apply and get a job.
All right. What's his name again?
Kayla,
No. What's your the person who motivated you?
Mr. Color.
Mr. Color. Okay, a little special shout out to Mr. Color. Okay. What about you, sir? Did you want to just anything you want to add?
It was really the same thing. I didn't want to be in the house laying down, but it was mostly my brother that wanted me to get out the house.
I'm gonna just ask another question. I mean, there's nothing more motivating than have a brother to pick on you every day. So listen, this is why I turned out to be mayor of Chicago, because I had several brothers who picked on me all the time. So as long as you have people around you that's motivating you. But did you all catch something here? Not one of them mentioned the paycheck. They talked about being somewhere, being able to explore. You know, and I'm not saying I would, of course, understand that there's value in having a W-2, but it's so important that we talk about just finding purpose. And so let me just go with that. How has that journey been in you trying to just find your purpose? Whether you found it last summer or you're still looking for it, how did One Summer Chicago help put you on a pathway to start thinking about what your purpose and what your gifts will mean to the world around you?
It put me on a pathway because, so I was the littlest, well, the youngest when I was working there. Everybody was like 18 or 20, and they told me their life experiences and what jobs they do. So I just really learned off that.
Yeah, anybody else help you just find your purpose or perhaps setting you up to start thinking about what you might want to do this summer or even beyond?
Tyler, she right there in the back with her head down.
What's up? What are you shouting her out for? Is she just waving like she important? She's just waving. We don't even know who you are, man. I'm like, well, it don't take much for this generation. She has put the cameras right on her. Now, you were shouting her out. Why were you shouting her out, though?
Nah, she helped me learn a lot. She stayed. She the one that brought me to the program. Actually, brought the program to me.
Isn't that powerful when you have 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are mentors to younger people than that? That's a beautiful thing. Let's clap it up for that. So let's just stay with that. Let's keep going. Just your skills, knowledge. What did you gain from your work experience last summer that you believe is just most valuable for your future? So same question, just a little bit more directed. Skills, anything specific, Kayla?
Learning how to be organized and like actually getting up and going to work. Like you have something to do. You got to get up and get ready, do your hair, put on clothes. Can't just leave out the house in sweatpants, and be responsible, really.
Me being around like older adults, the dude over the Ocean City program, it was an aquarium.
What age is older to you? Like, how old is older? No, go on, say it.
Let me say adult.
Go ahead, finish up.
So we did like what was it? It was marine biology we did, and it really like taught me to like stand up for myself. And I do photography full time. How to like run a business, like the way of a business you have to go about the business. It really showed me different ways of how to go about it, and how you really have to stand on the principle of you getting stuff done, because people will run over you if you let them. So it showed me a lot of new things, and being with One Summer Chicago, it pushed me even more to see a boss, me work with the boss, to see how he run things too.
Yeah, keep going. Why not? Anything else you want to add? Some certain skills or knowledge that you gained from last summer that you think is most valuable for your future?
I feel like it's me becoming like a better person in life, because I'm really not a people's person. I really don't talk like that, but going to One Summer Chicago and helping the community helped me be a better person and like talk more. How can I put it?
So you just, it's giving you the confidence to engage more, to just
Yes.
speak up, to talk and to engage more.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not very much a people person either, brother, so I don't know if anybody believes that, but.
Like you picked the wrong job.
Hey, can we find a replacement? Let's get another panelist. Y'all getting way too, I'm the mayor of Chicago. But I, one thing that I do appreciate about what you just said, though, seriously, there is, and I experience this even as a public school teacher, and I know Alder Fuentes as well as Alder Taylor have also worked with young people. Sometimes it's the young person who comes across as to be an introvert, has some of the most clearest, conscientious contributions that they can make in many scenarios. So the fact that One Summer Chicago was pulling on you to not just connect or speak up and out, but really what it's doing is actually making people around you better. I just want you to see me I want you to see my face. You're making people better. I want you to understand that. Whether it's a sentence or a full paragraph, the moment that you speak, life begins. Y'all believe that? Let's keep going. So how did the One Summer Chicago experience influence what you might consider doing educationally or professionally? I already know, let's start with you. What's your name again?
Amir.
Amir, let's start with you, Amir, because you're already running your own business. So did One Summer Chicago help push you in that direction? And then the second part of that question is, are there other things that you might consider doing educationally or professionally that may or may not be related to photography or videography as a result of your experience with One Summer Chicago? That's a pretty heavy question. It's preparing you to become mayor of Chicago. That's how they asked me like 8 questions at once. Mr. Mayor, what? Never mind. Keep going.
How can I say this? So basically with the marine biology, at first, when I first got into the program, I never did it, didn't know nothing about marine biology. Getting into it, it was like, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. So then like, as the boss kept like teaching me into it, kept pushing me to keep going, I could really like compare that to like photography, because when I first jumped into photography, I didn't like know how it was gonna be like meet different people, different personalities, and like talking to everybody. So really One Summer Chicago really helped me because like it pushed me to like start doing different things basically.
Yeah, thank you. What about you? I haven't heard on the very end. What's your name again?
Kayla.
Chakayla, right? Did One Summer Chicago have your experience? Has it influenced what you are thinking, either educationally or professionally?
Yeah, it influenced me a lot to talk more, because what I want to do, I want to be a real estate agent. I want to flip houses and stuff. So doing that, you have to talk a lot, to get them to buy the house and stuff like that. So when I was working at the Cleo Center, we used to host a lot of events where we used to have to communicate with the community and stuff. So that just helped me a lot, get out more and talk more.
Yeah, very good. And look, I'm familiar with the Cleo Center, and I'm very familiar with Mr. Barrett and his family. And I know Mr. Barrett is not the person. He's not who he is if people weren't pushing him and making him give Easter speeches and all the other things that you have to do just to communicate with other people, and just the fact that you believe that your skill set can translate into helping people acquire property as well as develop. I just want you to give you a little heads up. This is a very shameless plug, but I got a $1.25 billion bonds deal that we're working on. And part of it is to make sure that there's commercial, real estate, housing development, so that One Summer Chicago recipients will have not just a career pathway, but the full force of government investing in those pathways so that dollars can be made, homeowners can be discovered, and communities can be sustained. See how that's all connected, right? So thank you for that. Let's come back to you. educationally, professionally? Are you thinking about something that you weren't thinking about before? Did it affirm what you already knew?
I was never a kid to like, when I was growing up, I never knew what I wanted to do. Like growing up, I used to hear all my friends being like, I want to be a firefighter. And I was never one of those kids. So coming into high school, I thought it was like coming into college. You had to know what you wanted to do. So going to an art school, I came here for dance, and that's what I thought I wanted to do. But going through high school, it was like, this is not really what I want to do. I'm good at it, but I became the basketball manager here, and that opened me up to sports management. So that's what I want to do. And working here with One Summer Chicago, I had a clerical job. So I was like working in the office, learning how to file papers and organize different rooms. So that really helped me in learning how to be organized and knowing what to do when I have a whole bunch of papers and have nowhere to put them.
Wow, well, that's very powerful. I could say something very inappropriately politically here right now, but I won't. I will say this, though. You're not the only person who has to deal with papers and they don't know what to do with them when they get on their desk. Is that okay, Ronnie? I'm going to just stop right there. But what I do appreciate, and I want to hear from you, too. I want to know more about how you're thinking about your education and your professional career. But one thing that I do appreciate, the level of confidence that's on this stage, and I'm talking about the young people, right? You know, Kayla was like, look, I'm good at it, but I mean, I don't know if I want to do that forever. That's powerful, to know what you're good at, and you don't feel like you have to be locked into one thing. So I'm glad that Crystal is here. She's the recording secretary of Chicago Teachers Union. Crystal was an athlete. She was a cheerleader at Marshall. Her daughter went on to play professional basketball in the, out of country, and she still is playing. And you know, Crystal was also a clerical aid support inside of a school system as just what we call SICAs, staff members that help run the office. And now she is the recording secretary, managing the entire records of one of the largest unions in the country. North Lawndale, West Side. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying that there are pathways to career, in other words. I'm not saying, you know, you have to do that, but just know that there are people in the room who are where you could potentially go and even beyond. So educationally, professionally, what are you thinking? And has the One Summer Chicago program given you any motivation to think one way or another about either one of those two dynamics?
It's giving me one way to like talk more to people, because educationally I want to do architecture, hands-on building, and that's like giving me more like to talk to more people, help other people, and ask more questions about what I'm doing and what I want to be.
Wow, it's powerful. We got time for one more question? Just probably one more question. You all can tell I'm having a blast up here. It's like, look out. You know, I think one of our other Southside sisters, Jennifer Hudson, has her own talk show. So I don't know, maybe, what y'all think? Maybe one day, maybe, you know, I got one person who thinks I can have my own talk show. Okay. Forget y'all. I'm glad anyhow. What I will say though is, you know, I'm really experiencing, you know, a great deal of pride up here as the mayor of the city of Chicago. You know, oftentimes, you know, people wonder, you know, why, you know, do I love and care so deeply about our young people? It's because each of you represent different perspectives, even with similar experiences, but all heading towards your purpose. Why would anybody give up on young people heading towards their purpose? And so I want to know, you know, how did your One Summer Chicago experience just contribute to your personal growth, just as a person? And then we'll start with you on the very end.
It built up my confidence. Yeah.
I feel like it did the same thing with me and like bringing me out more.
So basically, it basically cracked me out my shell because I now want to go into nursing school.
For me, it was really like learning how to work with different people outside of the ones that I go to school with.
Wow, that's great. You know, all of you, and I'll just close with this. Something that a big takeaway that I have here is the gentleman said that one summer Chicago challenged him to ask questions. That's a different position of power when you're asking questions versus answering questions. And so that's why we don't believe in the standardization of our education system. Because as long as we are committed to a standardization, we're only teaching people to be subordinates to answer questions. This brother said, I'm gonna be an architect, which means he may not have to say much. Get it done. And so that's what we have to commit to doing as a city of Chicago for our young people, getting it done. Let's give it up one more time for our panelists here. Come on, y'all. Y'all better do better than that.